other mail. But so this, because you're not allowed cameras at the Supreme Court. But so whoever was the sketch artist there sketched me. That's supposed to be me with my apparently fake eyebrows.
It may be stashed behind plants and papers in his office, but make no mistake about what this painting means to Luis Cortes Romero.
It's an honor of a lifetime. You know, it's an honor of a lifetime for sure.
This was 2017, when Luis was part of the legal team that successfully defended DACA at the Supreme Court when the Trump administration tried to end the program. The more than 500,000 DACA recipients he says he was fighting for includes himself.
So I was born in Mexico, and then I was brought to the United States when I was about 1 year old, 1 or 2 years old. My memory of Mexico really comes from photos of when I was there, of like being baptized. Then that's basically it, right? And so I have no memory of what it's like there. I grew up in California, so I really consider myself a Californian.
Even though he was brought to this country before he could walk, his parents, who were undocumented, did it illegally. In the eyes of the government, he too is undocumented.
Were you ever scared you were going to get deported?
Every day. Every day.
DACA recipients need to meet specific requirements, like entering the U.S. before their 16th birthday, but not turning 31 before the program started in 2012. They need to have completed high school or have their GED and have no serious criminal convictions.
DACA really only gives you a work permit, and it's a promise by the government that says that so long as you play by the rules and don't get into any trouble, you're allowed to stay here, but it doesn't give you, it's not citizenship, right? It's not legal permanent residency or green card, and it's not, so we don't have the ability to vote, and we don't have the ability to have kind of, or to hold like a office or anything like that.
DACA allowed Luis to pass the bar. He's now a partner at his own immigration law firm.
It took this weight off my shoulders that I didn't really realize was there until it was gone.
But it's relief with an expiration date. Every 2 years, he needs to reapply to be able to stay in the U.S. legally.
Again, I remember getting a notice like this with the 2-year increments. I was like, oh yes.
And you still get that? I mean,
yes. I just renewed it in May. So my 2-year lease in America is at least valid for another 2 years.
The program doesn't offer a pathway to citizenship.
We don't know what's going to happen. And it kind of reverts back to, well, what is our life going to look like 5 years from now? I don't know, man. I'm trying to look at 2 years from now.
Critics of the program say DACA encourages illegal immigration and was created illegally by President Obama in 2012 when he did it without congressional approval.
The other thing that people don't understand is that there is no line to get into. There's a lot of questions about like, well, why don't you just like apply? And I can guarantee you that no one wants to live like this. If there was a way to apply, we would have applied.
But perhaps the ultimate question for Luis and his clients who are also DACA recipients is what the reality would be if the program went away.
And then there's the other extreme of it is, you know, are my clients going to get deported and me with them? And, you know, it's a very real, but very sobering conversation that I have to have with them.